So welcome to our 30-minute mindful movement class. We're here outside with my animals and the wind and possibly the sea lions. So we'll be together for about a half an hour and we'll go through some shapes, some resting, and some of it may be familiar to you if you've done some yoga. It is based on the yoga practice. But we're really just inviting a connection of breath and body movement throughout this practice. So I encourage you to take this time to connect in a way that makes sense for you, that feels comfortable and safe, and listen to the wisdom in your body and be curious about trying some different ways of moving the body and connecting the breath. So as we begin, we'll just come into our seated position, and that can look however you're comfortable, sitting with your legs stretched out, sitting back on your heels, or with your legs crossed. I like to use a pillow just to lift my hips up a little bit to give a bit more ease through my hips. So find what works for you and just begin to settle and feel the way that your seat makes contact. And feel as though your spine is beginning to lift. Making any movements in the body as you settle in to a seated position. We'll be here for maybe 5 minutes. And if you're uncomfortable at any time, just move your body. Change the position. Come out of a pose. So we'll begin just with a little bit of breathing. So we'll just extend our fingers out to the side and we'll inhale the palms up and overhead. And exhale, palms float down to the mat, fingertips touch, and we begin again. Inhaling, fingertips touch, exhale, arms float down. End of the exhalation begins the inhalation. Moving slowly and deeply with your breath. And we'll continue with one more, following your own breath and connecting your arms. And bringing your palms back onto your lap or anywhere that's comfortable. We'll just bring our awareness to our neck and we'll just allow our chin and head to fall forward. Back of the neck is long. We're just allowing our head to hang forward. And we'll inhale the head back up to center and exhale, allow the head to gently move backwards. Inhaling back to center and exhaling forward. Inhaling back to center, exhaling back, exhaling to center, and allow yourself to move through one more time, front and back. And lifting through the spine, aligning the neck. And we'll now move the head to the side. So one ear to one shoulder on an exhalation. Inhale back to center. Exhale the other side. Inhale to center, and moving from side to side with the breath. Exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, and up, and continuing to move through this, or if you wish, just holding on one side. Really feeling the sensations through the neck, and noticing your breathing while you're holding. And you may want to move your chin slightly to find that spot that really has some sensation. And taking one more slow, deep breath here. And back up to center. And moving to the other side. Other ear to shoulder. Continuing to breathe slowly and deeply. Feeling the sensations through the neck. And if you wish, turning your chin slightly. If you can move to find that location that feels good to stretch out. And then find stillness and breath. And inhaling back up to center and rolling the shoulders out in any way that feels good for you, as we've been sitting quite still with our back tall. And we'll take a couple of breaths here, inhaling up and exhaling down, inhaling up. And this time when we have our arms overhead, we'll interlace the fingers or keep the hands reaching up to the sky. And we'll just move over to one side. And if you'd like to place your palm down for some extra support, you can go ahead and do that. And we'll inhale back up to center. And moving to the other side, exploring a stretch through this side of the body. Again, palm can float down for support if you wish. And back up. And we'll move fluidly this way. Inhaling up, exhaling over, inhaling up, and exhaling over. So following your breath as you breathe slowly and deeply, moving through the rhythm of arms from side to side. And we'll do two more. Come back up to center, releasing the arms down, exhaling through the mouth if that feels good, and shaking out and moving. We'll rock off of a pillow if you're using one. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. So we'll have our knees directly under our hips and our hands under our shoulders, in a tabletop position. And from here we'll move with the breath again through a cat and cow shape you may be familiar with. So we'll begin with the exhalation, just drawing the belly button up to the spine and allowing the head to fall forward. Arching the back, lifting through the shoulders. And on an inhalation, we arch the back in the other direction, allow the belly to fall, head lifts. moving with the breath now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And one more. Exhale. And spine comes to neutral. And we'll just sit back on our heels for a moment. And if you wish, you can tuck your toes under for stretch through the toes, or keep them flat if that feels more comfortable for you. Lifting tall through the spine. We'll just breathe here, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Noticing sensations in the toes if you have them curled under. Last one. So removing the feet from behind and beginning to lift up into a standing position. We'll come into the shape of a mountain. So just having the feet about hip width apart, and you can lift your toes and feel the weight kind of moving forward and back on your feet. It's something, standing is something we just take for granted. And we'll take a moment to just begin to stack the body with the ankles and then the knees drawing up. Tailbone turning under, navel being drawn to the back spine. Shoulders back and down, chest lifting, and chin slightly tucked. And allow the arms to just be loose alongside the body. Taking 2 slow deep breaths here, feeling the shape of the mountain. And moving with your breath if you wish, inhaling the arms up and overhead. You can look up slightly if that's comfortable. Exhale the arms back down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down, keeping the feet rooted and grounded. And one more time up. And we'll interlace the fingers. And we'll shift the hip to one side and stretch the side body and fingers to the other side. A crescent moon type shape. And inhaling back up and moving to the other side. The other hip pushing out to one side and feeling the weight on the bottom of your feet. Noticing your breath and inhaling back up to center. And we'll move a couple of times back and forth with the breath. So exhaling to one side, inhaling up, exhaling to the other side. Inhaling up and exhaling to the other side. And back up. If you'd like to go or hold one more side and time. And coming back to center. Exhaling the arms back down. Taking a nice deep breath. And shrugging the shoulders and relaxing, releasing, letting go of the breath. Next, we're going to move into another standing pose, and we'll just step back with one foot. So stepping with the feet parallel to each other, about hips width apart, but if you feel like you don't have a lot of balance, if you give yourself some more width between the feet, you will feel more balanced. And as we're working through these standing poses, if you wish to be against the wall or have a chair beside you, that's always a good option as well. So once we've found that our feet are in position, we can begin to lunge forward with the front leg. So feeling the tailbone turned under slightly, the spine is tall. Staying here if you wish, or inhaling the arms up. And exhaling, hinging forward. Arms come alongside the hips. And inhaling back up. So the legs are staying still, hinging at the hips. Moving with the breath. Do 2 more. If you wish to stand still at any point, you're welcome to do that. And once we come back, we're going to bring our front foot forward and allow ourselves to hinge forward if you wish. You can keep your toe on the ground, or if you wish, to hinge from the hip. Extend the foot and arms, finding a focal point for your eyes really helps with your balance. And staying here if this feels like what your body needs. Or you can also move through a fluid movement with your breath. Exhaling forward. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Inhaling back. So with control, 2 more times. And coming back to our foundation. Exhaling the arms down to the side, bringing the foot forward, standing in our mountain pose again, feeling the dignity and strength, noticing your breath, and perhaps your heart is moving a little faster. Taking a deep breath, inhaling and exhaling, letting it all go. And we'll step back with the other leg now. So stepping back and taking a moment to find your feet parallel, feeling balanced with the feet wide enough apart. And lunging forward into the front leg. So feeling tall with the chest and spine and neck. Staying here if this feels like the right place for you to be. Or inhaling the arms up. And exhaling, hinging forward. Inhaling up. Legs stay the same, just hinging and breathing. And one more. And as we inhale back up, again, bringing the foot forward and staying here if this is a nice place for you to balance. or hinging forward if you wish. Stretching in both directions, finding a point for your eyes to focus on, something that isn't moving. And feeling sensations through the leg. So an invitation to stay here, or if you wish to move with your breath, inhaling up, exhaling forward. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. One more. And exhaling the arms to the side. Drawing the foot back to meet the other. Inhaling the arms up. And exhaling, letting go. Inhaling up. Exhaling, letting go. So finding your mountain again and just taking a quick scan of the body. And notice how you're feeling after these standing poses. We'll take one more balancing pose while we're standing. We'll move into a tree pose. So again, we begin in the mountain posture with the feet about hip width apart, and we really lift those feet and feel each of our toe pads, just really grounding into the earth floor, and just pulling your weight into one leg and bending the other. And you can open that knee to the side. You're welcome to stay here if this is your place of balance, or you can also take the leg along the inner thigh or calf or shin, wherever is comfortable for you. So wherever you are, finding that focal point again on the ground will really help. And staying here and knowing that trees sway in the wind. And if you come out of the pose, just allow yourself to slowly come back in. And the more time you take, the more grounded and solid your foundation will be. If you wish to add the arms, inhaling up. And you can stretch the arms out to the sky, interlace the fingers. See what feels right for you to embody the shape of a tree. Feel your breath in your belly. And as you're ready, slowly float the arms down with an exhale. And release the legs. And shake out the ankles or hips or shoulders before we move on to the other side. So once again, lift and take time to ground your feet. Think of those roots of the tree that go beyond the surface that we can see. And once we're feeling tall and energized through the legs, pull our weight into the other leg and open up the knee And staying here with your toes on the ground, or moving anywhere along the leg, avoiding the knee. We don't want to torque and put pressure on the knee joint, but finding the place that fits for you. And one side could feel very different than the other. This side is very different for me. My foot often just slips down and I fall out. So we'll see how this goes. Again, staying here as you focus your eyes on a still point. Or inhale the arms up and either stretch them to the sky or interlace the fingers. Any shaking or subtle movements is really a lot of stabilizer muscles being activated. Really helps with our balance. And as you're ready, floating the arms down, not releasing the leg, shaking out in any way. And let's take a couple of deep breaths here. When we're in standing poses, we often hold our breath in trying to maintain that balance and not falling out. So inhaling up and exhaling, letting go. Inhaling and exhaling. So just becoming still for a moment before we move to the floor. And notice how you're feeling at this point in the practice. We just have one more seated pose to do, and then we'll do a final rest where I guide you through a bit of relaxation. But we'll gently and slowly move down to the mat. And again, the legs can be crossed. I'm going to do this pose with my legs extended, coming into a staff pose. So legs are together, extended. Spine and back is tall, neck is long. And we can just bring our hands right beside our hips and stay right here. Or if you wish to add the arms, you can inhale the arms up and exhale them down alongside the thighs. Inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, lifting slightly with the chest and head. 2 more with your breath, following your own rhythm. And once that's finished, just take a break in between. We'll just do a quick twist while we're here. So sitting with the spine tall, again the legs can be crossed, you can be sitting back on your heels. And you have something to say too? And we'll just inhale the arms up and we'll twist to one side and just allow the hand to float down on the side of the legs or wherever it is. And the back hand to reach to the ground for support. We're just twisting the spine right from the base through the middle back and upper back. If you have the mobility and comfort in your neck, you can continue the twist, gazing over the back shoulder and breathing deeply into your belly. Lifting through the spine on the in-breath And softening around the twist on the out breath. And coming out now, inhaling the arms back to center. Exhale down. And we'll move to the other side. Inhaling up. Twisting the body in the opposite direction. And just allowing the arms to float wherever they are. And twisting. Gazing over the shoulder in the other direction. And feeling your breath in your belly. And any sensations in the body. And inhaling the arms back up. Floating them down alongside the body. And releasing a pillow if you were using a pillow. We're going to be coming into a short guided relaxation. So if you like to lay on your side, on your back, really find what's comfortable for you for about 5 minutes while we just kind of allow all the practice to sink in and find a bit more relaxation and let our heart rate calm. If you'd like to open the feet about hip width apart or more and just allow the feet to fall open. And I'll see, it might be difficult for you to see me, but arms can be alongside the body, palms turned up. And just allow the body to relax. So I'll allow you to find a laying down position that feels comfortable for you for about 5 minutes. And I'll just sit up so you can see and hear me better while you're moving through this final resting phase. So taking a big breath into the belly, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and allow any holding or any trying or working to fall away. Give yourself permission to take this break and know that this nourishes you as you find stillness and ease. Allow your feet to relax and toes to soften. Your legs relax, falling from the hip, softening to the side. The belly and hips and lower back soften. Allow your hands and fingers to soften. Your arms and shoulders and neck soften. Allow your jaw and mouth to soften. Your eyes and eyelids, scalp, entire body relaxed as we move our awareness to the points of contact on the mat or floor or couch, wherever you are, starting with the feet. Notice where they touch each other or the floor, and move up through the body, through the seat or hips. Perhaps the shoulders, the hands may be making contact with the body or floor, the back or side of the head. And we'll just allow my voice to fall away for a minute or two. And listening to the sounds that are in your room or outside of your room, or the sounds around me in this outdoor space. And bringing your awareness back now to your body, noticing the shape of your body, and reflecting on how you're feeling at this point in our practice together. And making any small movements with the body, maybe wiggling the toes, moving the fingers, rocking any part of the body from side to side, any way to kind of wake the body up again. And take a deep breath to bring in some life and oxygen. And as you're ready, coming up to a seated position, that we can end the practice together with my kitty Hazel. So joining in when you're ready, we'll inhale the arms up, and we'll bring them to heart center with an exhale. Inhale up, and bring them to heart center. 3 more at your own pace. And when you've finished that final round of connecting your arms with your breath, if it feels comfortable for you, keeping your palms at heart center and just taking a moment to reflect on what brought you to practice today, and also expressing some gratitude toward yourself for taking this time for yourself. And I wish to thank you for joining me and my cats. I'm not sure, I wasn't always aware of where they were, but I hope you enjoyed, and thanks again.